Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Lucy from Bristol Hypopressives and we are on this summer series challenge together. So for this class you're going to need a ball, tennis ball, golf ball, myofascial release ball, something you can roll underneath the feet, and we're going to get started. So we're going to start off in standing and you're going to bring the ball to your big toe. And you're going to roll it all the way down the inside of your foot, really nice and slowly to begin with, applying as much pressure as you can bear, and then rolling it all the way back. Nice, and then keep going on that side, all the way down, and all the way back up. Nice, so we are just mobilizing the feet, releasing the releasing any tension in the plantar fascia and the soles of the feet. So this was a really nice one for me this morning when my feet felt really sore. I thought, I'm going to do a foot release class. So this class is all about the feet. And really our pelvic health starts at our feet, because anything going on with our feet can affect the muscle chains further up, so into the legs and then into the pelvic floor. So in hypopressives we pay a lot of attention to the feet. Nice, and then you're going to come to the little toe side and we're going to go all the way up and down that little toe side, nice and slowly, putting as much pressure as you can bear. So this can be really nice if you're working all day to have a ball underneath your desk, and a golf ball can be really nice when you're sitting. Just gets into those areas of the feet a little bit better when you're not putting pressure on in standing. When you're sitting it works a little bit better. And then we're going to go to the middle of the foot and we're going to go up and down that centre. Really nice. And then we are going to place the heel down on the floor and we're going to push the front of the foot over the ball. And you can grip your toes around the ball as you do that. And then you're going to come to the centre of the foot and you're going to just step on and off the ball. That feels really good in the centre. I've been on my feet all day with the kids, so this is a really nice one for my feet after a day walking. And then we're going to go to the heel. And you're going to go up and down on the heel, and then you're going to move the ball side to side on the heel, and you get this like really nice stretching into that area of the heel, which feels really nice. Nice. Then you're going to place the feet down on the floor, you're going to close down the eyes, and you're going to notice how the feet feel. Notice if there's any difference between the two feet. Definitely is with mine. And then you're going to come to the other foot. So from the big toe all the way down the inside of that foot. Again, pushing as much as you can. And if you need to hold on to something, feel free to. This isn't a balance exercise. This is a releasing of the fascia exercise. So if you need to hold on to something, then do. Nice. And notice if one foot feels more tender than the other. And then we're going to go little toe side, up and down that side of the foot. For me, it's definitely my left side that carries more tension from the feet all the way up the chain into my pelvic floor. It's always the left side for me. And then we're going to go to the centre, up and down in the centre. And then we're going to place the heel down on the floor and stand onto the ball with the front of the foot, and you can start wrapping those toes around the ball. Nice. And then we're going to come to the middle, stepping on and off the ball. Feels so nice in the middle. Lovely. And then we're going to bring the ball to the heel, just pushing the heel on and off the ball. And then you're going to roll the ball from side to side. Really nice. Lovely. And then we're actually going to come down onto our mat. You can place the ball to one side. We're going to come down onto our back. So we are going to have the feet flat on the floor, feet at hip distance apart and parallel, hands down by your side, and your pelvis is in neutral. We are going to come into flexion, and then we're going to bring the dorsiflexion, and then we're going to bring the feet back down on the floor. So you might want to bring your feet further away from the body for this one, actually, like you would in Demeter. So we're going to do that with our hypopressives breathing. Okay, nice. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale in position and exhale slowly through the mouth, raising up the feet into dorsiflexion. Inhale, feet flat. And exhale softly and slowly through the mouth, dorsiflex the feet. Inhale, feet flat. Exhale slowly through the mouth, dorsiflex the feet. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, slowly open your ribs and draw your heels towards the body without moving them. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Really nice. We're going to do that again. And we're going to bring the arms in. So you're going to lift your hands off the floor, thumbs down to the earth, arms around that big beach ball. Walk the feet away if you need to. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale in position. Exhale, feet flex. Inhale, feet down. And exhale softly and slowly through the mouth, feet are dorsiflexing. Inhale, feet down. Exhale slowly through the mouth as you flex the feet. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, slow as you can, open your ribs, drawing the feet towards you without moving them. Draw the arms up into your third arm position if you want a little bit more challenge on that apnea. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Really nice, lovely. So now we're going to bring the right hand into first and the left hand into third. And we are going to move on the exhale. So we're going to inhale in position. On the exhale, we're going to dorsiflex the foot and bring the leg up, pressing the hand into the leg and the leg into the hand. Then we're going to inhale, point the toes, bring the foot back down. And then exhale, flex to come up and then point to come back down. Nice. We're going to finish with the leg up for our apnea. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale in position. Exhale slowly through the mouth, flex the foot, bringing the leg up. Inhale, point the foot down. And then exhale, dorsiflex the foot, lifting the leg up into the air. Inhale, point the foot to bring it back down. Exhale slowly through the mouth, bringing the leg back up. Connect the hand and thigh. You're going to hold the breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs here. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in when you're ready. Nice. We're going to switch arm positions now and we're going to go on the other side. So you're going to inhale in position. Exhale slowly through the mouth, dorsiflex the foot, bring the leg up. Inhale, point the foot as you bring it back down. And exhale slowly through the mouth as you bring that leg back up. Inhale, point the foot, bring the leg back down. Exhale slowly through the mouth, bringing that leg back up. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in when you're ready, bringing that leg back down. Really nice. We're going to come into our bridge position now. And we're going to dorsiflex the feet on the exhales. So we're going to inhale in position. Exhale, dorsiflex the feet as you bring the pelvis and the ribs up at the same time. Inhale, feet flat as you come back down. Exhale, flex as you come up into bridge. Inhale, feet flat as you come back down. Exhale slowly through the mouth, dorsiflex the feet, draw the knees away as you lift the pelvis and the ribs back up. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs here. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in when you're ready, feet flat, bringing the pelvis back down. We're going to do that again. So just reposition your feet if you need to. I had mine a bit too close to my bottom, so I'm just going to move them away a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to inhale in position, feet are flat. Exhale, dorsiflex as you bring the pelvis and the ribs up at the same time, knees draw away from you. Inhale at the top, feet flat as you bring the pelvis back down. Exhale slowly through the mouth, dorsiflex, knees pulling away from you as you lift the pelvis and the ribs up. Inhale, feet flat as you come back down. Exhale, dorsiflex as you lift up into bridge. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs here. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in when you're ready, feet flat, coming back down. Nice, we're going to come over onto our front and come into our Gaia position now. And we're going to do a little bit of rocking. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, toes are tucked under at the back. We're going to inhale, push into the hands and the arms to rock ourselves back. Exhale slowly through the mouth, drawing ourselves forward. Inhale, push back. And exhaling softly and slowly through the mouth to come forwards. Inhale, pushing ourselves back, getting a nice stretch in the plantar fascia and the soles of the feet. Exhale slowly through the mouth, coming forwards. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs here. Option to push into the hands and the arms to push ourselves back. And we can come as far back as you can. So we're getting a really nice stretch in the soles of the feet. You're going to inhale whenever you're ready. Exhale to come forwards. So now we're going to come into some leg extension. So we're going to inhale in position, exhale to extend the leg back out. As we exhale and extend the leg out, we're going to have our foot in flexion. As we bring the leg back in, we're going to bring our foot into plantar flexion, so pointing the toes. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale in position. Exhale slowly through the mouth, sliding the foot out. Inhale, point the toes, slide the foot back in. Exhale slowly through the mouth, flex, dorsiflex, bring the foot back out. Inhale, point, bring it in. Exhale slowly through the mouth, flex, bring it out. We're going to hold the breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs. Keeping that pelvis fairly stable, nice and level at the back. You're going to hold it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. You're going to draw that leg back in. Nice. We're going to go on the other side. You're going to inhale in position. Pelvis nice and stable as you flex the foot, bring the leg out. Inhale, point the toes, draw it back in. Exhale, flex, draw the leg out. Inhale, point, bringing it back in. Exhale, flex, drawing it back out. We're going to hold the breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs. Hold it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Nice, lovely. So now we are going to extend the leg and lift it up into the air. And we're going to point and flex with that leg up in the air as we inhale and exhale. So first of all, we're going to extend the right leg out. We're going to bring it up into the air, no higher than the hip. Level up the hips. We're going to inhale, point the toe. Exhale slowly through the mouth, flexing the foot. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale slowly through the mouth, flex, dorsiflexing the foot. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale slowly through the mouth, flexing the foot. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs. Holding it here for as long as you can. Really good one for the core as well. Breathing in when you're ready, draw it back in. You're going to extend that left leg out. We're going to lift that left leg no higher than the hip. We're going to level up the hips, the back of the pelvis. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, point the toes. Exhale slowly through the mouth, flexing that foot. Inhale, point the toes. And exhaling softly and slowly through the mouth as you flex that foot. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale slowly through the mouth as you flex the foot. We're going to hold the breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs. Make sure the back of the pelvis is nice and level. Holding it here for as long as you can. Breathing in whenever you're ready, drawing that leg back in. Nice, lovely. We're going to sit back onto the feet, the heels, get the toes tucked. We're going to rotate the wrists round one way and then the other way. So we're getting a nice stretch in that plantar fascia as we cool down. And once you've worked out the wrists, you can sit back down, and that is our practice complete. Thanks so much for practicing with me. If you can subscribe, like and comment, that would be great. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.